So here we are with the Zine Fest with lines around the block, right? Like I have friends who didn't get in because of the lines, which is great. No, really, I mean, you know, the DIY zine culture and youth culture is clearly pulsing. So I just wanted to hear some just initial reflections from the two of you guys on kind of, you know, sitting here thinking about the work that you've done and ways that that has carved open space for community building and the work that's being done today.
None of this, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know, go ahead, Allison.
Well, I mean, for me, just walking into the Ukrainian Cultural Center today, it was, I wish I had gotten up earlier and come down earlier, but anyways, my own problems. But it was incredible that just to see so much activity and super DIY and politicized and everything. And sometimes I just feel like so much of that is gone, or gone from the scene, or maybe just gone from my life, or when I go out, I just don't see it very often. And maybe I'm just going to the wrong places. But I felt today when I walked in there, I was like, oh, this is where I want to be every day, or at least every weekend, or something like that. And it was really exciting to me. And I haven't done a zine since the early 90s, or the mid-90s was the last one, I think. And I really thought about doing one in time for this. I wanted to, but I've just been a little too busy, so. And I'm not even answering my emails, sorry. But, so anyways, I don't know, but it was just exciting to kind of see how alive that was in an exchange of ideas. So I don't know, I'm just saying like what my impression was today. But I think and I was thinking about how zines were such a big part of what.
I never did a zine in the early punk days, but I did recently. I had a group of friends in Arizona that are all creative, but we kind of wanted to challenge each other to try something new. So we would put down, like, next week let's all do this, and try to motivate each other. One of the challenges was to do a zine and just make enough for our group. So we each made 8 copies of a zine. And it was really fun for all of us because we got to learn something about people that we already thought we knew, and we didn't have to sell it or anything. So I think for us we had a very personal experience with it. But I realized that it's so empowering to have that outlet, and it's really empowering for kids too, as you guys already know.
Well, I mean, I think also for me, it was just the idea of kind of taking over the means of production for yourself and your friends and your scene and everything, because obviously the magazines and the media and stuff wasn't really speaking to us, and certainly we didn't think it was ever going to represent us anyways, and then even when it tried to, it was just a mess. So I think that was also important. It's just like everyone has a story and everyone can have a voice, and it's such an accessible outlet, I don't know, and so that was really good. And just also to help you find like-minded people too, and share ideas that way. A lot of the zines are kind of confessional that we did. It's just, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about that, but anyways. But I think it's just important, and I mean, I definitely started doing a zine before I started a band, because I felt like, well, I want to have a voice, I have something to say, and I want to say it, but I wasn't sure how to make music yet.
See, that's funny, because I had the opposite. Because I'm the second language learner, I always felt a little bit uncomfortable expressing myself in English. I felt like I didn't have all the richer vocabulary that I needed to express my ideas. So a lot of what I was doing was on stage trying to communicate non-verbally almost, because I wasn't even writing a lot of lyrics. A lot of it was just almost like animal energy. So anyway, I went off the Zine.
No, that's really,
Yeah.
that's really important. But yeah, like what do you feel comfortable with and why? Or why do you choose a certain medium or go a certain?
Yeah, and that's why when I moved to Arizona and I wasn't doing a lot of music, the zine thing was liberating because then I wasn't expressing myself in that way. So it came at the end of my life. Not at the end.
No way. You still have half of your life
Yeah,
ahead of you.
I'm at the beginning of
We
the
can
second
tell,
half.
yeah.